And this guy's one of the original Tuskegee Airmen. You know, he's had a lifetime full of adventure. And it started off when he was a young man and said, I can fly. And he found himself involved with the project and the program of becoming a Tuskegee Airman. Roy, how'd you feel about it? How old were you when you decided to do that?
I always laugh and say when my mother pushed me out, I said I want to fly. I can't remember when I didn't want to. It goes back that far.
But when you signed up to join the Tuskegee Airmen, how old were you, Roy?
Well, you mean the chaplain?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm one of the original members of the Atlanta chaplain, which was 1972. A lot of people think the Tuskegee Airmen existed as an organization prior to that, but it didn't.
No.
They operated under other names, but they supported general aviation. That means everything other than military and the airlines. And then all of a sudden they decided, not all of a sudden, but in 1972 they decided to have a special separate organization of low expression who experienced the Tuskegee experience. And that was in 1972, and I'm a member of the Atlanta group.
Now you see the point he makes about being one of the originals of this founding group. Because this founding group has given rebirth, I guess is the right way to say it, Roy. A rebirth and an actual elevation of the legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen. And to a point that we recognize, you know, it's just what, now Roy, it's been 3 years ago, that the Congressional Gold Medal was presented to the original Tuskegee Airmen.
It took 60 years for the nation to recognize it.
60 years after the original formation of the Tuskegee Airmen before they actually received the Congressional Gold Medal. But what a privilege, what an honor. We actually are standing right now in the National Museum of Patriotism. Behind Roy and I is an exhibit dedicated to the Tuskegee Airmen and individually to one of the original pilots. He was the third man to get his wings, Colonel Chuck Dryden. Colonel Dryden at this point, of course, was passed away on June 24th of 2008. He served on the board of directors of the National Museum of Patriotism for nearly 11 years. A great friend and a great board member, but more importantly, a great American.
If I may,
go ahead, Roy.
Chuck here was in the second class of Negro pilots, Negro cadets, learning how to fly. His class was considered the smallest ever, a class of 3. I repeat, he was in the second class. I was in the next to the last class when the war ended.
When the war ended, we were near the second to the last class.
Next to the last class.
So you're going back a few years now, Roy. Start to date yourself a little bit here now, all right?
I just turned 82.
Just turned a young 82 years of age. He looks better than I do, and I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. But I tell you what I think it is. He's got a great zest for life. You can tell he's got a lot of pride in his heart. A lot of pride in his heart for what America is about. And I think you would echo what Chuck Dryden always said to me. The great thing about America is its willingness to change. The willingness to change. But we're all about building a better America, and I think that's what the ACE Camp is about. Building a better America through building better Americans, and actually finding places where people fit. Encouraging them to seek out an opportunity, a program to head to, and get guidance from the cadre and the staff here that work with them. We're always privileged to have the Tuskegee Airmen Group as a part of our Museum of Patriotism, at the National Museum of Patriotism at Lucky and Baker, right here in downtown Atlanta. Roy,
Wonderful facility.
great day to be an American. Thank you, my friend.